I'm Ryan Callahan with your GoVols247 recruiting roundup. Been an eventful week or two in recruiting, even during the dead period for Tennessee, with the Vols actually losing one of their top commitments in the 2016 class just this week, with four-star defensive end Jonathan Kongbo decommitting, the #1 junior college prospect in the country in the 24/7 Sports Composite. He'd been committed to Tennessee for a little more than a month. And since he committed, even at that time, it sounded like he was going to continue looking around, exploring other options, and a number of other schools have come after him even since then. USC just offered him earlier this week. Alabama, Florida State, Oregon, Washington, all still in the picture there. Auburn and Mississippi State, even in the SEC, still trying. So a number of teams involved with him, and I think as the offers kept coming in and it got closer to signing day, just wanted to take a step back and look around. He says he's going to continue considering Tennessee, so we'll see if anything changes there over the next few weeks. But I think Tennessee at least still has some optimism, maybe that there's still a chance he could end up there on signing day when he announces his final decision. Last week, immediately after the Outback Bowl win over Northwestern, the Vols picked up a couple of new commitments. Three-star cornerback Balin Buchanan of Peachtree Ridge High School down in the Atlanta area picked Tennessee just a week after he picked up an offer from the Vols. A former Louisville commitment had just reopened his recruitment about 10 days before that and decided to jump on the Tennessee offer pretty quickly. He's actually the son of former NFL cornerback Ray Buchanan, so good bloodlines there for sure. Good size, also around 5'11", 180, 185 pounds, and happens to be a teammate of one of Tennessee's top remaining targets, Nigel Warrior, the top 100 defensive back. That's obviously the son of Dale Carter, the former Tennessee standout. So never hurts to have a teammate working on Nigel Warrior, in addition to landing a good player at the cornerback position in Balin Buchanan. So that's Tennessee's third cornerback in the 2016 class now. Vols still wouldn't mind adding another defensive back to this class, whether it's Warrior or someone else, but that's another position you still could see them address a little bit more moving forward. The other commitment they landed on New Year's Day, Nathan Niehaus, an offensive tackle from Cincinnati, Coleraine High School, actually the same school that produced Dylan Wiseman, the Tennessee offensive lineman, a few years ago. So a school Tennessee has some connections to, and definitely a guy that Tennessee has some connections to. His brother actually plays at Cincinnati right now and was recruited there as a walk-on by Butch Jones's staff, so there was a relationship there from a while back. Niehaus also has family in the Knoxville area. His mother grew up in Knoxville. His grandparents still live around here along with his aunt. So once he got that offer from Tennessee in early December, definitely were some reasons for him to want to jump on board. And so those definitely addressed a couple of needs for Tennessee. They're in much better shape now on the offensive line with a couple commitments in this class, including Ryan Johnson, the four-star offensive tackle from over at Brentwood Academy in the Nashville area. Tennessee will be hosting some visitors next week. Looks like it could be a fairly big weekend in terms of number of visitors, including some defensive ends as they now kind of ramp up their search a little bit more for defensive ends following Jonathan Kongbo's decommitment. A few defensive ends to watch who it looks like are scheduled to be in town next weekend. Jaquan Bailey, a three-star defensive end from down in Jacksonville, who's a former Florida commitment, along with Michael McDaniel, another three-star prospect from Loganville, Georgia. And then on top of that, three-star defensive end Terrell Lucas from Miramar, Florida, currently committed to Duke, has been planning to visit Tennessee for several weeks now, and looks like he's still planning to be in town next weekend. And one of Tennessee's longtime top targets also expected to be in on official visit, four-star wide receiver and athlete Marquez Callaway from down in Warner Robins, Georgia. So definitely a big visit weekend coming up next weekend for Tennessee. Looks like it could be a half dozen or more official visitors in town for that one. We'll look at that, look ahead to that later on down the road, and obviously more official visits coming for Tennessee in January, and the coaches going back out on the road starting January 14th. So plenty more to come leading up to National Signing Day. Check out all the latest on GoVols247.com.